Hello, and today on Texture Review we are going to be reviewing the texture of an oven. Now, I would hope that pretty much all of you know what an oven feels like, but if you don't, I'm going to tell you. Now this specifically is one with an electric stovetop. Of course, others, you might not have a stovetop, or you have a gas burner stovetop or something like that. Come in all sorts of different specifications, but this is this one. And so just start off the top there. That's just a bit of painted metal, thin painted metal, and it's really dusty. It's quite dirty. Probably needs to be cleaned really, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. But other than that, it's quite smooth to the touch. Going a bit lower along the control panel, I guess. It's a more textured, but still relatively quite smooth surface. You got your knobs here, nice plastic. Quite slippery, but they've designed them in a way that you can get a good grip on them to change your settings, turn them on and off, and to the right temperature, whatever you need for operating your oven. Then we have these little plastic bits here covering the LEDs that will indicate when your oven is when it's on and not up to temperature, and then it will turn off when it is. They're just smooth. Bit of lump sticking out, not very interesting whatsoever. Other settings buttons, they protrude a bit, got a little bit of a wiggle wobble to them. You could probably stand around and just play with the knobs and buttons on your oven for a while if that's what you want to. I mean, plenty of stuff to do. Yeah, so they're just wiggle wobble smooth little knobs, buttons. Clock face, a very boring feeling plastic cover. Not really much to say more on that. Same sort of metal as the top part, and maybe a slightly slipperier bit of metal here. Yeah, nothing too fancy with that. A little air vent, which is a more, it has a little bit more texture on it. We've got a little cutout for that air to actually come out of, and that's nice and smooth on the cut there, so you won't be harming yourself. And then we have the actual stovetop, which is just sort of, I guess it's glass panel or some sort of smooth panel over the top of the electric elements to help make it easier to clean. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like much. It feels a lot like a window. Get rid of these. We're not covering these in the video. Handle, it is a plastic. It's smooth plastic. Pretty standard stuff there. Pretty standard. Open her up. On the inside we have a different sort of metal texture there. It's still very smooth, but different to the other stuff, and that's exciting. That's what we want. We want different textures. We'll go around, and we've got a rubber seal around the outside. You can give that a little bit of a flip flop. It is just rubber, quite smooth, squishy, bendy, whatever. It does what it needs to do. Yeah. Trays, just again smooth metal, very smooth, just little bits of metal bar, thick and thin. They make a nice sound when you give them a wee bash. And supporting along, same sort of thing, made out of the same stuff, just, well, it would be stainless steel, wouldn't it? Yeah. We've got another smooth metal panel up here, guess to aid with the sealing or something, I don't know, I'm not an oven expert, I'm just touching it. Then on the inside we've got, I guess, some sort of heat reflecting slash insulating material or coated material, perhaps a ceramic coating on some metal. It feels a bit lumpy, a little bit lumpy, but also very nice, like a pleasant lump, kind of a fine lumpy, and both sides of the door glass there, so you can see into the oven when it's cooking. They feel exactly the same as the stovetop, like a window. So that's that. And this handle down here feels the same as that handle. This inside feels the same as the other inside. Wow. And more of the same. Oh, we've got the heating element there. That's just mildly grippy. Don't really want to touch that too much, but yeah. So that's an oven. Again, I would hope that a lot of you know what an oven feels like. If you don't, make sure when you're going to touch the oven that it hasn't been used for a while and has had ample time to cool down, because if you do not, you will learn the hard way that you're a silly little dickhead and you will burn your fucking fingers or whatever the hell else you stick on or in the oven, and you will not have a very fun time. Ovens are very convenient items, so if you don't have one, you should get one, and if you do have one, I hope that you're using it to cook yourself some nice delicious meals. Yeah, that's an oven. If you like the video, consider sharing it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next week on these long ones. Thank you.